Statement, feel free.
This team continues to just make me so proud to be their coach. And I know our entire staff is. I'm just super proud of our staff, too, the way they got these guys prepared. Craig with our hitting, Steph and Aubrey with the defense, Megan with the pitching. We hadn't faced Florida, and it was a quick turnaround and obviously an emotional night. But these guys said two things in the locker room last night. Number one, they said, Carlin, it's not your fault. And number two, Carlin, we got your back. And they showed tonight they definitely had each other's back and certainly had Carlin's back. And I'm just glad we're going to get to play another day, one day at a time.
Okay, we'll open questions for players. Second row on the left here.
Core Hall with the Knox News Sentinel. For Alana and Sophia, just what were you guys was going through your mind in that first inning when you guys just kept stringing those hits together, and how good did it feel to start off the game that way?
In the first inning, we were just really thinking attack our pitch, attack the zone we want. We knew the umpire had a little bit of a smaller zone, so stay within that. And then it honestly felt like we just kind of broke it open, and it just really propelled us to keep going every inning.
Yeah, I would just say we were just trusting our preparation and just leaning on each other just to keep those hits going and the energy going.
Okay, we'll go second row left here, or front row left, sorry.
Trevor McGee, the Daily Beacon. For both the players, what were some of those other conversations like, aside from talking about Carlin over these last 24 hours, to see that come to fruition today?
Sophie, if you want to start, then we'll go down.
It wasn't really a talk about Carlin. It was a talk about today's a new day, and we're going to focus on each other, and we're going to come in to compete.
And like Soph said, just like our mindset, continuing to play freely and just trust our preparation and just go out there and give it all we got.
Okay, we'll go back to second row on the left.
Sophia, Alana has she started some games. She's been subbed in some games in the postseason, but for her to start today and to have the performance she had in her first Women's College World Series, just how impressive is it to see that from her?
I think it's really impressive. I mean, she prepares every single day. She's always out there making diving plays in the outfield and just working every day in the cages, and I really think all her preparation came and showed on the field today.
More questions for players? Okay, front row left.
For also both of you, everyone that started had a hit today. What does it say about the depth of the lineup to be able to come out with emotions high and each be able to do something to contribute?
I would just say that we have worked so hard and we have come prepared, and we're just ready for whatever opportunity comes our way. So, yeah.
And I think it really helped to just keep everything level, breathe really hard. It was less of up and trying to get high and high energy. It's more of a let's stay calm and let's attack.
Okay, we'll go back second row left here.
Alana, you and Gabby were actually next to each other in the lineup in Supers, and then today to start together in the World Series. Just, what does that mean to you, and how cool is it to be able to start alongside your twin sister?
It's super cool. I've grown up obviously playing with her, and it's fun to see her succeed and stuff, but it's always just comfortable seeing her there too, and I just love watching her play. So wherever I am in the lineup, I enjoy it.
Okay, we'll go front row left.
Alana, to be able to see the freshmen be able to contribute this well in their first showing of the Women's College World Series, what does it mean to you and the rest of the class?
It just means that they've worked so hard, and they've just been prepared for whatever they are coming to do, and just continuing to just grow and learn from all of us. So, yeah, they're ready.
Okay, we got second row left again.
Alana, I'm sure you were probably at some of the World Series when Aubrey was on the team. Just, do you have any memories of watching her play and just how cool it is to have her still, with the team now when you're on the team?
I'm not sure if she ever made it to the World Series, but I was saying to my teammates that, when I used to come when I was little, I remember sitting in that left field stand and being like, this is such a cool thing and, such a dream of mine. So me being out there on the field and looking up into the stands and seeing those kids was really just made me smile. So made me very happy.
This might be the first thing the Twins have on Aubrey.
All right, we'll go front row left.
Riley Robinson, WVLT. Sophia, I know Sage coming in, besides those home runs right there, but Aaron as well. How cool is it to see you're catching those two girls, their first appearance here in the Women's College World Series? What do you have to say about their performance?
I think it's really cool just giving them an opportunity to shine and really show what they're able to do. Sage came out ready to compete. It didn't go her way a little bit, but Aaron picked her up, and I think she really dealt on the mound tonight.
Any more questions for players? Okay, players, you're dismissed. Thank you. Questions for Coach Weekly? Okay, we'll go start second row left.
Cora Hall, the Knoxville News Sentinel. Karen, I want to ask you about the twins. You know, first for Gabby, you know, you moving her into the leadoff spot during Supers, just what kind of mental game does it take to be able to adjust from hitting later in the lineup to now you're leading off every game of the postseason in elimination games, and for Alana to start tonight and have the performance she had?
Yeah, I think it takes just trusting that what you're doing where you were in the lineup, we just need you to do that and not do anything different. And I think that's why it worked. Both she and Ella just took the approach, and you could hear them talking to each other in the batting cages last week. Hey, just be us. We don't have to do anything different just because we're moved to, you know, higher up in the lineup, and that's what's made it work. She was just having such good at-bats. I mean, you know, last week it was a situational thing because she'd seen the ball off Jordy Ball a little bit better than some of the others. But I just liked her confidence, the way she stepped in and out of the box between pitches, the way she was handling her at-bats, the way she responded if the at-bat wasn't what she wanted. And I just thought, you know, this has worked, so let's just keep going with it.
Okay, we'll go front row left.
The Daily Beacon, Karen, how has Carlin handled these last 24 hours, and what did you see from her in that lone inning?
Carlin is a competitor, and even though we all know there's multiple things in that game that lead to the end result, and we win and we lose together, Carlin was shouldering a lot of that last night, and I think and that's just because she is such a competitor, but I think her teammates really, really picked her up today as the day went on. She was ready to come out and compete, and I know she wanted the ball today, and we wanted to kind of get her right back on the horse.
More questions? Okay, we'll go front row left again.
I'll ask the same thing I asked the players. Everyone had a hit in the lineup. What does it say about the team's depth hitting to come out and perform that way?
You know, even when we have struggled to put up runs this year, we've never wavered in our confidence with our team's offensive abilities. And I think just the job Craig has done with them, continuing to pour positivity into them and making sure that they believe, like, hey, we're one swing away from really getting hot. And I felt like we performed well offensively last night. And then today, we just didn't miss a beat. We came in ready to attack. For example, Alana, you watch her at bats in practice over the last several weeks, and she's still working really, really hard. You know, other people who've come in off the bench, you're just watching and going, they're not taking any reps off because they're not in the starting lineup, and really making me as a coach think twice about using them situationally, and giving me a real comfort level that I know they're prepared.
Okay, we go second row left.
Karen, just what was going through your mind in the first inning when you see the hits starting to get strung together, and then all of a sudden you guys are up 7-0?
Well, I'm happy for them because it's nice when your hard work does pay off. And then also, not going to lie, I'm thinking, okay, we can take some outs off Carlin. And what a great opportunity for Sage to get her first World Series experience when she could kind of breathe out there, you know, and also Aaron. And Sage got us 6 big outs, and so did Aaron. Those are huge outs. And, you know, we're taking this thing one game at a time. But we also know it's going to take an entire staff to come back from losing your first game and stick around here for a while.
Okay, we go front row, Willie.
Willie Gillespie, OU Daily. After that Oklahoma loss, you guys had to pivot quickly. Offense was strong, dominant today. What's the mindset, the mentality, knowing how much talent you're going to face, you know, so rapidly over the weekend and, you know, into the rest of the tournament? You know, what's the message to the players?
Well, I mean, it's the World Series. Like, you come here knowing every team's going to be talented. You don't come here thinking you're going to get an easy road. I mean, you look at every team and you're like, dang, they're good. That's why they're here. And they've earned being here, and they've played really tough through regionals and super regionals to get here. So it's not going to get easier. We just, you know, we've got to embrace the hard, and I think we do that.
Okay, front row left again.
How important is it over these last 2 weeks to have gotten those first inning starts, and how do you continue to make sure that is an emphasis?
You mean offensively? Wow, if I knew how to continue to make sure we scored runs every first inning, we'd have won a whole lot of championships by now. It's big when you can get some momentum early. Okay, it doesn't mean you're going to win the ball game, but we've just gotten better and better. And I think we did a really good job of turning the page after the SEC tournament and recognizing that postseason is a brand new season. And then even each weekend we go back to it's 0-0. It's 0-0. And now we're in a win or go home situation. We were there last weekend against Nebraska, and I think our kids have proven that they can do that, and that gives you a lot of confidence when you get put in a situation and you come out on the other side of it.
Okay, we have second row left.
Karen, over the last 24 hours, could you sense that they were just ready to get back out there, and in the way their demeanor and their conversations, just was there anything that you saw that kind of let you know that they were ready for something like this?
Two things last night in the locker room. It was, hey, get our heads up. There's no time to feel sorry for ourselves. Blank happens, and it just did. And we can't dwell on it. We can't try to pick it apart. We'll just get ready to play ball tomorrow. And our backs are against the wall, and we've been here before, and let's go do this. And then this morning when I walked into breakfast, it was just all laughter and noise and joking and smiles, and you never would have known what happened last night. And that's the way you want your team to be, that you watch them play, you don't know if they're up 10, down 10. You just want them showing up energetic, playing free, and playing for each other every minute.
Any more questions? Okay, thank you, Coach.
Thank you.